It's 78 degrees. I mean, what am I saying? It's 58 degrees. And I'm going to be walking. This is a side entrance. That's a kind of nice slow. I'm going to be walking to the lake. Virginia Lake. It's a nice experience, the weather here. Get outside, fresh, cool air. So I have to do the directions so I know what I'm doing. Okay, I've walked here. It's just a short time, 7-minute walk from the Peppermill. And I'm at Virginia Lake Park. So I have to see what Virginia Lake Park is all about here. I read about it online where this guy was fishing for trout. See the whole area between
head south on East Shore Drive.
Between the casino and the park, it's all condo types. No, it looks like either rental or ownership type places. But they're all new. Look at them. They're pretty nice looking for what they are. So I read about this lake by chance when I was investigating the area. So I want to get on the path that takes me to around the lake. Picnic tables, here we are, see the pines. We're in the northwest, western part of Nevada. And I'm gonna get over here at the lake to take some close-ups. So this goes around, the trail goes around the whole entire lake. There's one mountain. Snow on top. The air, it's 58 degrees right now this morning at around 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's nice in the sun. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I don't feel the need to wear anything else than a t-shirt.
Head south.
There's the dock, I think. Look, here's the water. It's a nice sized lake. Supposedly a mile walk around the whole thing, which I'm going to do. And that looks like the fishing pier where I saw the guy catch his trout. That snow-capped mountains here. Those are big mountains. They're skiing here. There's Mammoth Mountain and there's some other mountain where they ski. And my waiter showed me his skiing coming down a mountain, not even on a mountain trail, and he's 65 years old. He's got the same type of skis as Vinny uses. I'm trying to remember what he said the name. Something Mark skis, but as you can see, it's pretty neat here. Better view from the dock. Do a quick circumference. Just get it about how it looks for me. About like that. That ski trail's there, so that's could be Mammoth Mountain. It's 1 mile around the whole lake to walk. And this is my first time walking around the lake, first time being in Reno. There are trout in this lake, although I hear you don't want to eat them because there's so many ducks and the water's not the cleanest. Which makes sense. But it's nice, the air's nice. It's like 60 degrees now or something, and I'm in the sun. I have no need to wear anything but my t-shirt. We'll just quickly get to that mountain. I think it's probably Mammoth over here. To zoom in on the skiing. Look at that. That's quite a ski mountain, huh? Gotta be like these two girls I know to ski that mountain. So I wonder what kind of bird this is. He's right next to me, about 10 feet away or less. Look at him, he's cute. Yeah, here's where I am. Pretty amazing, huh? So here's the back of the surrounding condo communities. So there's sort of a medium to low leasing office. So it's a leasing office. So it's kind of a low-end housing there that you can lease, probably for all the workers at the casinos. Here's the inlet to the lake. So as you can see, there's really no water coming in right now. So it's a stagnant lake. Well, it's not stagnant when it rains, but it's not like it's a continuing flow of water. There's another view looking northward now, up the lake. I'm walking up the west side of the lake. The pines smell good. I can smell them. I don't know what type they are, but they smell very good. Oh, they must be cedar. Look at that. No wonder they smell very nice. Beautiful alpine type weather here. See, those are the nicer condos on the lake. I wouldn't call them high end, but they're nice if you're blue collar. I don't know if you own or lease those. Spring is here. It's spring, so I'm very lucky I get to experience spring because it's later than a lot of areas. Being up at altitude, look at that. Very nice. Look at all the birds. Captured. There they are. There's an island with many birds on it. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know what type they are. Look at them all up there. I don't know what they are. Nice spring aspens, young leaves, which is very nice. Very nice to see the young leaves. Cedar trees. There's the Peppermill Casino. So you can see how close it is, but you have to walk around. It's about 4/10 of a mile to get to the lake entrance. Okay, I'm walking around the lake. Here we go, Peppermill. So I'm walking on the west side still of the lake. A little bumpy, but I'm walking this way. Give you all the understanding of what it's all about here. It's pretty cool. Look at these things. They're all small aspens to the right. They're all young, and then to the left it's all cedar. It's an interesting pairing. Look at these nice homes. Nice homes across the street. Look at that. Look at all the young leaves, the spring leaves. So I get to experience spring. Guess I'll walk here for a little while to get to see the trees here more. So there's two walkways, pathways. One's paved and one's not. Now I've walked a little more than halfway around the lake. And see if I can see the dock I walked out on somewhere. It's over there somewhere. It might be right across from the water fountain. There's the dock right there, behind the water fountain. So I've walked in the two water fountains. There's another one over there. Whatever. Look at that house. So they're nice old houses here. The older ones are nice. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. That's a pretty house. See, I like older homes. You can see the older homes are the way to live, in my opinion. Well, here's something interesting. Here's the water entering the lake. And I showed earlier an exiting. Maybe there's another exit of water because there's so much coming in that it makes no sense that that's so little going out unless there's two exits of water or if there's a dry spell, because you can look here and maybe the water level's low, but I don't think so because look at the tree. There must be other water outlets in the lake than what I inferred earlier as that just being the only outlet. Because this is a significant flow of water coming in. That's why it has trout. I was thinking, how can trout survive in a stagnant lake? So it's not stagnant, which is nice to see. Beautiful here, huh? Nice homes on the lake. These are very nice. So living in Reno, I would think this would be a nice area to have a home. You're right on the park here too, you know, which is really nice. And again, that's where I'm staying, the Peppermill, which is a 4/10 of a mile to get here, but that's not in a direct way. A direct way is probably a 1/10 of a mile. Attention, Harris Waltz, camera. You know, this is pollution in the river. Come on, let's get it out of here. Come on, look at these nice pines. They smell really good. It's really a nice scent. I love the smell. It's nice, cool air. It's a good time of year to be here. This is the north end of the lake here now, the opposite end, obviously. And so it flows north to south, the water, which is normally the case, but not always with waterways. The Black River in Vermont actually runs from south to north, if you can believe it. This goes north to south. Here's the view looking down the lake at the mountains. Look at that. That's a ski mountain there. I don't know if it's Mammoth Mountain or one of the others. Look at that mountain. Here at the very end of April. I mean, it's beautiful here. This is not downtown Reno, this is south a little bit by about 5 miles. This is the area you'd want to live, I think. Aha! Well, looky here. So the flow of the water out is on the northeast side of the lake. It's not on the south part. That's interesting. Look where it goes. Flows down this right here. Same amount of water that comes in from the little stream there. That's interesting. And it's screened off for the safety of all living things there, except maybe anything that can get through the grid. That is interesting. So there's a good flow of water here. Look, there's a turtle. I was going to say that it would bring fish life here with the movement of the water. That's a painted turtle. It's pretty cool. Yep, I bet there's a good fish right in here. There's another one drying off there. Sunning himself, warming himself up. So a gentleman who didn't want to be videoed said that they sun themselves for their digestive system. I've never heard that before, so that's worth Googling. I don't know if that's true or not. Looking across the lake, looking from east to west. And there's the mountains that I filmed. I saw this online, not the mountains, but I saw the lake, and that's how I found out, decided to pick the Peppermill so I could walk the environment here, a short distance away. That was the main reason I chose the Peppermill. And then I saw this online, some guy was fishing and caught trout, and they are fishing now, so I'm gonna walk out there. That's what first brought my attention to this lake, was this video of the, that dock where they caught trout. So I'm walking back to the Peppermill, and there's the distance. It's about, looks like that. And there's the Peppermill, 4/10 of a mile. Actually from here it's 3/10, 4/10 to the lake. Well, about 4/10 from the lake. Cross with trepidation here, get off the road. Look at these condos here. They're all rentals, I found out, most of them, if not all of them. So this is it. So these apparently go for anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 to rent. So this probably employs all the, houses all the employees for the casinos around here. It makes sense. It's pretty nice though. And look at the leaves. I get to experience spring here. It's nice to have this. Beautiful climate this time of year. So there we go. So I think these condos go for around $300,000 unless they're just rentals. It depends. The ones that are for sale. Actually, the ones in the water go for $300,000, so these go for less. These don't go for $300,000. They probably are rentals, but if they're for sale, they're probably $150,000 to $175,000 would be my guess. Okay, so I'm walking back into the casino, but a different entrance. This looks closer. It's the other side of the casino. A different tower. I'm in that tower over there, and this is the tower I'm not in. But I just want to get in the place, then figure out what to do. This is a different entrance, so I get to get in here. The other way, you have to walk around because you can't get back in the way I exited out to walk around the lake.